I think over time, that's one thread between your and my personality that I find super funny is that like we'll look at an idea or think of an idea and be like, yeah, this should be pretty easy. This is a great idea. This is fantastic. And right away you find out one, it's a bad idea, or someone has already done it and there's no point of you doing it. Or the third isn't like, oh yeah, it is a good idea, but this is going to be really hard. Because they say like most entrepreneurs probably wouldn't have started if they knew how hard it would be. And I don't know, there's something in our makeup that perhaps turns off that, part of that risk factor that is like, no, this should be fine. And I know it's fun, but like we always hit that wall at one point where you're like, okay, now I've got to like dig a little deeper to solve these solutions and move forward.
Yeah, you're frequently in uncharted waters, aren't you? And
Right.
I think that the growth requires not just like to figure out some new tactic in the business that's going to make a difference, but sometimes there's also a lot of like personal growth that has to come into it, because like especially when you hit a bit of a say plateau in the business, and it's like just and that's stuck for a little while, that really requires a big evolution in your thinking, where you have to kind of start being like, okay, stick at it, don't be hard on yourself. Like it's a real sort of all these different stages that you have. You have this amazing kind of new idea, and it requires a lot of hustle because you just really don't know what you're doing, and there's a lot of figuring out. And then each stage kind of requires both personal growth and then just the general the business itself just has to evolve so much as well. But yeah, it keeps